We're here today to talk about Time for Dementia in order to prepare you for your Time for Dementia visits that you'll be doing as part of your training. My name is Dr. Stephanie Daly. I'm the programme lead for Time for Dementia at BSMS, but also the lead for the programme across the region, and I'm also the lead for the evaluation programme. So I'll be giving you some brief background about Time for Dementia, and also I'll be handing over to Eddie and Mary, who are a family who are involved in the Time for Dementia programme. And finally, I'll be handing to Aparna, who is a student who has already started the Time for Dementia programme. Finally, we have some colleagues from the Alzheimer's Society here, and my colleague Lauren will be coming to talk to you about the role of the Alzheimer's Society and about getting the most of your visits. So just in terms of some background, so Time for Dementia is a multi-award-winning educational programme. The essence of Time for Dementia is that students visit a family affected by dementia over a 2-year period for about 6 visits. And the intention of Time for Dementia is to help you learn about the condition and to see what it is like to live with the condition, so live with a diagnosis of dementia from the experts. And in this case, this is the people living with the illness, so the person with dementia and also their carer. In order to support you with the programme, you will receive a student guide that has a lot of information and guidance about the programme. We'll be running workshops such as the workshop we're running today, and there will also be reflective sessions for you to share your experiences. You will, throughout your course, you'll need to complete reflective assignments related to the programme, so related to Time for Dementia. And you will also have the opportunity to take part in the research programme. So just in terms of the sort of clarifying the purpose of Time for Dementia, so it is quite a unique learning opportunity. It will complement what you learn out in practice and what you learn in the classroom, but it is something we feel that you won't, it's unique, you won't get it from other parts of the curriculum. You'll be learning both about the perspective of the person with dementia and their carer, and looking at what's the same but also what's different. And we intend that it gives you a much broader understanding of factors that either help or hinder the well-being of both the person with dementia and their carer. And that might be about the dementia, but it might also be about other factors. It might be about other comorbidities. It might be other sort of a much broader sort of psychosocial sort of understanding. And finally, what Time for Dementia does is it helps students to understand the experiences of people with dementia and their carers in terms of navigating health and social care systems, and their experience of professionals, and as I mentioned before, the impact of other comorbidities. So as future doctors, we feel that this is a real asset to your professional and personal development on your training.
Good morning, my name is Eddie Wood. What I'd like to do first is just give you a little intro into my professional career. I'm a retired senior care officer and medication manager for people with learning disabilities, specialising in dementia care. Before that, I was a senior support worker and acting manager for the Dementia Support Service, Waltham Forest Social Services, looking after people in their own homes. I have been working and looking after people with dementia, all types of dementia, for over 35 years. I currently run a club for people with dementia and memory problems 3 times per week. I was diagnosed with Alzheimer's type mixed dementia in 2012. I'd now like to hand you over to my good lady wife, who's going to do the speech. Thank you. I'm going to go and sit down. I hope you don't mind.
Hello, and thank you for inviting Eddie and I here today. We first got involved with this programme as both of us are passionate about gaining more understanding of this condition. We wanted to support services in their knowledge and understanding of people with dementia. We both have personal and professional experience in looking after people with this condition, and the problems that will present themselves, not only to them, but also to their carers and family. Having experienced first-hand outpatients appointments at our local hospital, we found a lack of understanding in the needs of people with dementia. For example, being kept waiting extended periods, which led to an increase in anxiety symptoms for Eddie. Seeing people as individuals, talking to them and not their carers. This knowledge and experience we wanted to put to good use, and we felt that this programme was the ideal start to start the ball rolling. Time for Dementia programme, we feel, is an important part of your training for future health and care professionals. It gives you a window into their lives and allows you to get first-hand knowledge of how it affects people with dementia in their day-to-day life. Most of you would have come into your training to help others, and what better way to learn than being first-hand what this progressive condition can do, not only to the individuals, but to their carers and family. The impact it has on their lives. Talk to the individual first, not the carer. They are still a person who has opinions and feelings. Every family will be different and at various stages of their journey. Some will be old, others still relatively young. Not all will have the same type of dementia. You will learn more from this experience than you would learn in any book or tutorial. It will give you an understanding of how to support people and to look at the person as a person and not the condition. We hope also that the knowledge and skills you gain will be beneficial in your practice. You may be visiting and sitting there thinking, what will I get out of this programme? My answer to that would be quite a lot, I hope. When we first signed up for Time for Dementia, we had the pleasure of meeting two very nice girls who were eager to learn about our lives. During their visits, we talked openly about our lives before and after diagnosis. They asked many questions such as our feelings, how we felt when we received diagnosis, how I felt cheated of the life I would have had with Eddie if he had not had this condition, how our children reacted when faced with this news. Their second year with us saw them both working on the wards. We asked them when they visited if they had put any of the things that they had learned into practice. They gave examples of supporting individuals in A&E with dementia, coming down to their eye level when speaking to them, taking time to talk to them calmly to reassure them. Recently, we had the pleasure of meeting again one of our first students. She told us that the time she had spent with us was invaluable, now that she was able to put into practice some of the things that she had learned. How other students who had not had the same chance of doing this programme were not as confident when dealing with people with dementia. Both Eddie and I felt a great sense of satisfaction and pride on hearing this. At some point, most of the people with dementia will need some form of treatment. Taking part in this programme will help you to communicate and gain an understanding of their individual needs, helping to make their stay as short, stress-free and comfortable as possible. Having the opportunity to join this programme is fantastic and will allow you to go forward in your chosen field with the knowledge that you can do your very best for the people that you care for. For us, the satisfaction of doing this programme has been being able to pass on the knowledge and skills that we have gained, knowing that in some small way we've helped in furthering the understanding of this condition. Thank you very much for listening.
I am Aparna, a third-year medical student at BSMS. Today I am here to tell you about my love for Time for Dementia. When I first started the program with my Time for Dementia partner, we honestly didn't know what to expect. We were told to go through the module handbook and see what questions we could potentially ask our patient. And we just thought, oh gosh, what if we write this massive list of questions and then run out of things to say and are greeted by crickets and awkward silences? But I can honestly say it exceeded all of our expectations. The patient and his wife welcomed us into their home, and they were so welcoming, and they were very, very honest about their experience with this horrible diagnosis. My first impression of dementia was very vague. I didn't know very much. The patient suffered from both depression and dementia, which is quite a common presentation. He would go upstairs and then come back down because he completely forgot why he had gone upstairs in the first place. But he would still remember the trips that he made with his friends down the River Thames when he was at university, and he would be able to tell us all these different model aeroplanes from the RAF and be able to name them. And this just proved to us that the presentation of dementia is so different for every individual patient. His wife would often say that a common misconception about dementia is that those who keep their brains active are less likely to get the condition. And I honestly think that the patient that we saw is a clear example that this is very, very far from the truth. So basically, my patient's wife was the strongest person you could ever meet. She was very close to her husband, and when we asked him what got him through the dark days and the difficult times, he immediately said that it was his wife. And that just proved to us that they could accomplish anything if they had each other. They would always ask us about our experiences at university and how we're coping at medical school. And during our second visit, they asked us, so how did that horrible neuro exam go? And that just proved to us that they cared so much about us more than they ever cared about themselves. The fact that they would even remember to ask. And sadly, during our final visit, which was our third visit before this summer, our patient forgot who we were, and he tried very hard to pretend as if he remembered us just to make sure that we weren't upset. And that's when it really dawned on us that this is having a massive impact, not just on him, but on his family and everyone around him. During our final visit, exactly a week later, my patient sadly passed away. It took the breath out of our lungs. We didn't know how to process it. I always paint when I'm very emotional or upset about something, so I painted this in memory of my patient and gifted it to the Time for Dementia team to say thank you. Without them, I wouldn't have learned so much, not just about dementia, but about life and how you should never take it for granted. But I am not done. I am starting my own fundraising project called the Brush on a Mission. I will be raising money for the Alzheimer's Society as well as the National Brain Appeal, which is a charity that's very close to my patient's family's heart. And I will be painting for 1 year. And by December 2019, I'll be selling all of them with all the proceeds going to those two charities. I hope that after this talk, you're empowered to go and see your families because it is an enlightening experience, and please treat it as an honor and a gift that you got from the medical school. Every medical school should have this in their curriculum because it gives a chance for students to see the signs and symptoms of dementia, but also to realize the impact it's having not just on the patient, but their families. I can honestly say that I met a patient that changed my life, and I couldn't be more grateful. Thank you.
My name is Lauren, and I'm the Network Manager for the Alzheimer's Society, and I'm just going to quickly tell you a little bit about us and our role in Time for Dementia. So across Kent, Surrey and Sussex, the Alzheimer's Society has a dedicated Time for Dementia team, and we work across the whole area, and essentially our role is to find the families to take part in Time for Dementia for you guys to go out and visit. So we go out and we talk at groups, we visit local services, and we promote the programme as much as we can across Kent, Surrey and Sussex. And when families are interested in taking part, we'll arrange to go and see that family at home. We spend about an hour to an hour and a half with the family. We talk through the programme with them, what they can expect from their visits with you guys, and we fill in some forms and take some information from them that helps the programme to run. We also support the families throughout the 2 years that they're involved with Time for Dementia, or in the case of Eddie and Mary, for a lot longer than that. We have a lot of families that stay in Time for Dementia after that 2-year period, and we'll take another set of students. So throughout the time that the families are involved in the programme, they can contact us if they have any queries. We contact them on a regular basis to make sure they're happy to be involved in the programme and that they're enjoying the visits, and if there's any feedback they have that we can help to improve and develop the programme. But we're also here to support you as students, so if you have any queries or worries or concerns about your families, you can get in contact with us. Each university across Kent, Surrey and Sussex will have a link worker from the Alzheimer's Society. Here at Brighton and Sussex Medical School, your link worker is Natasha. She's here today. So you can contact her. Our contact details will be on the screen in a moment, or you can go through your administrator and they can pass on any concerns or worries to us as well. So as the Alzheimer's Society, we're very passionate about empowering people with dementia and giving people with dementia and those affected by the condition a voice, and that's exactly what Time for Dementia does, and we think it's such a great programme to be involved in, and we love the fact that we're able to support the families to take part in the programme, and it's really great for you guys that you're learning directly from those experts, from the people affected by the condition as well. So finally, this is all the contact details that you'll need here at Brighton and Sussex Medical School. So you've got Denise's contact details there, Natasha, who's your link worker, and also my details. And we're also on Twitter there, at time4dementia. We've been tweeting some photos today, so do give us a follow on Twitter as well. Okay. Thank you.